The Great Way, Tao, and the Small Path. Siafeng. Translation edited by Chinyo. Life walks the great way, while human experience walks the small path. One cannot logically walk two paths at once. How can a person walk on two roads simultaneously? Limited understanding leads to confused thinking, which in turn leads to disordered consciousness, ultimately resulting in a failed life. A life without an ultimate goal, no matter how glorious, is ultimately a failure. A life that has not experienced joy, no matter how many merits are achieved, is ultimately meaningless. The best life is one that not only enjoys a rich and colorful journey but also elevates life to higher dimensional realms. When we understand the principles of life, master its mysteries, and steadfastly walk the great way of life, our minds and eyes are opened, allowing us to enjoy life playfully. When we know the value and meaning of life and understand that life is merely a journey for life, we can go with the flow, act naturally, and happily explore the small path of human nature, enjoying life along the way. To walk the great way of life. First, we must understand the origins of life, the cycle of reincarnation, and life's various realms. Without grasping these concepts, our lives will be lost in confusion. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Without direction or goals, we'll spend a lifetime going in circles, ending up with nothing but fleeting illusions. What value or meaning is there in that? Walking the great way of life, neither mystical methods nor techniques constitute the way. There are no fixed rules, there are countless paths, and each path may lead to heaven. However, each path may also lead to hell. How can we be sure that the path we practice leads to heaven and not hell? Whether it's this practice or that one, these are merely tools. How do we know if what we're learning is not sorcery or witchcraft, but rather celestial or Taoist techniques? Moreover, words and scriptures are not the way. The Bible, the Quran, Buddhist sutras, the Tao Te Ching, and the writings or lectures of any master are not the way. These are all fingers pointing at the moon, but focusing on the finger will never let us see the moon. We must learn to read the sky, the earth, people, objects, and phenomena. We must learn to comprehend through Zen enlightenment, to awaken, and to sense deeply. Likewise, the guide is not the way either. The guide is not the scenic destination but merely a living finger pointing the way. Have you truly understood this? Each of us knows this truth within our own hearts. The study of life is not a gamble, it cannot be approached with the mindset of a gambler. Some say, if you just believe, you will gain life. If that were true, does it mean anyone who believes can win in a casino? Or that if you believe hard enough, jumping from a tall building won't harm you? Others claim, if you chant a mantra daily, you'll be reborn in the Western Pure Land. If that were true, could we say that eating ginseng daily will guarantee long life and immunity to disease? Or that bathing daily will make one's skin as smooth as jade? Without investigating the principles and instead clinging to lucky hopes, unwilling to take steady, practical steps, always looking for shortcuts to instant success, where does such a wonderful thing exist? The study of life is an exact science, there is no room for ambiguity or chance. Every step must be taken with precision, and every detail must be thoroughly understood. Thus, life must walk the great way, not the small path. To walk the small path of life. The path most people follow is repetitive and monotonous. For thousands of years, it has remained the same: we are born, go to school, study more, find a job, buy a house, get married, have children, watch them grow up, retire, and wait for death. This entire process can be imagined without ever experiencing it. Why bother following the same steps as everyone else? Life is a journey, just a process for life. Whether you repeat others' paths or blaze a new trail through uncharted jungles, the outcome is still death. So why not focus on enjoying every moment and aspect of life? I advocate that life is but a dream, all is emptiness, fully experience it without regret. Confucius didn't understand the meaning of following the heart's desires without overstepping boundaries until he was 70, too late. Can you still follow your desires at 70 when you've lost all your teeth and can't even bite into an apple, let alone dry beans? How can you follow your heart's desires then? So, life should walk the small path. Dare to take roads others have not taken. If everyone goes to the desert, I'll go to the forest. As long as it brings me joy and doesn't harm others or society, why must I follow others' paths? If I have a headache, will you suffer for me? Every person is unique, and no two things in this world are exactly alike. Therefore, life's paths should not be forced into uniformity but should be diverse and colorful. Life is short, but life is everlasting. Let our brief life be rich, colorful, and filled with joy, while our long-lasting life remains ever hopeful and full of infinite dreams. Onward! With joy and happiness, let us climb toward the highest realm of life, the celestial islands continent of the Elysium world,